Apostle Isaiah was prophesied on me. I had just got off from work, made it to church, and I gave my life to Christ that day. And he prophesied on me, and he told me I barely escaped prison. And I knew it was true. I knew it was God talking through him, because my mama didn't tell him, because I ain't even tell my mama they were finna give me 3 years. But after that, I left church. I went home. Soon I walked in the door, it was a female there. And I didn't never make it back to church until after the accident. But the night of my accident, April 19, 2003, it was like 7 o'clock in the afternoon. My mama just getting out from work. I didn't even see her pull it up. I was drinking, I was smoking, I would listen to 50 Cent album, Get Rich, Die Trying. I would listen to Many Men. I was so gone, lost in that song that night. My mama was at the door. She looked at me, she said, "How your day going?" I was so embarrassed. I didn't never really want her to see me with a cigarette or just beer in my hand at that time. And she kind of like walked on in the house, and my brother pulled up. He had just got a newer model car, and I was like, "Bro, I need to use your car." And he was like, "For what?" I didn't say anything, but he was like, "You finna go buns, hun, right?" I was like, "You know it." So I hit a few blocks in this car that night, and I ended up at my cousin's house. Her, my sister, and some other female that was over there that night. And I was kind of hanging around over that spot because the club was over that way. And I was really scoping out this female that I was trying to hook up with. But she didn't come through like she normally do. But I was getting ready to leave, and my sister was like, "Well, I need you to take me somewhere." And I'm like, "You figure to go to work." She was like, "I want you to do something for me." I'm like, "Nah, I ain't finna do nothing. I know what I'm finna do." And then my cousin came to the door. She was like, "What you finna do?" I said, "I'm finna ride through the club and check in, and see what's going on." But really, I was down there just to check and see what the girl I was trying to hook up with boyfriend was there, so I could go to her house. But she was like, "Well, old girl want you to just chill with her tonight." I'm like, "Dawg," I said, "So I ain't even really gotta go nowhere." So I was like, "Well, Tim, yeah, I'll go ahead and take you. Let me shoot you on down there." So I went to go get some weed, because I knew I needed some weed, because I wanted to wake up Sunday morning with a female and a blunt. I know that's what my day was going, every week. But we picked up the weed, and I seen another female that I was messing with. She was over there with some other dude. I didn't care at the time. I wanted to mess up his night at the same time. So I told her I was gonna be back to pick her up in a few minutes. So I went to take my sister on to work, and before I even came out the parking lot, I kind of pulled to the side of the building, and I threw the beer bottle that I had in the car with me, threw it out. But as I was doing, I cut off the lights, but nobody could see me do it. And I biked out, and I went out the same way I went in. So as I was pulling out the parking lot into the road, the car went to stalling, and it was stalling so bad that I didn't even notice I was on the wrong side of the road. So I kind of was like, let me just park on the side of the road and let me see what's going on with this car, because I need to hurry up and pick up this girl right now, because I got another girl to meet later on tonight. Put the car, in neutral, cut the car, started the back up, put it in first gear, and I'm figuring to take off. And I'm looking ahead, and I see some lights coming, but I knew they was like in the distance, and I'm like, I got time to get on my side of the road. I need to go and do what I gotta do. As soon as I pull in the road, okay, I'm looking up, I said, I still got time. So I'm like in the middle of the road. I know I'm in the middle of the road. I can see the yellow line. And once I look up again, I can just see the headlights. And the last words that came out my mouth was a cuss word. I cussed. If I would have died at that moment, I would have woke up in hell. But the whole day, the whole time, or that whole afternoon, I wasn't even thinking about I could have died that day. But soon as the car hit me, the car kind of went back. The first thing that came to my mind, I need to get out of this car before the police get here, because I had just assaulted a police officer the week before. I had just pushed him up off me and ran away from him. So I knew, I said, I need to get out of this car. And as I was checking myself after the accident, pinching on myself, I'm tasting blood. And I need to get out of this car. Trying to open up different doors. The only door that would open up was the passenger back door. I got it open, and I hear this white dude outside saying, "What you trying to do? What you trying to do?" I was trying to get out of there to run. That's what I was trying to do. But he would kind of aggravate me because he kept saying, "What you trying to do? What you trying to do?" And I knew, I said, if I get out of this car, I'm gonna hit him. I already knew it. But I got my foot out. My other foot was stuck, so I came back over to get my foot, and I couldn't get it, so I popped my shoe off. I think I had them boots on. Popped my boot off, got my foot free, and I'm like, yeah. I hear my sister say, get out the way, get out the way. This is my brother right here. And when I pulled myself out finna to pull myself out the bike, my leg just went limp. I couldn't feel it at all. And I could still hear the white dude say, "What you trying to do? What you trying to do?" I was trying to run. I needed to get away from the scene. I don't even want to get that assault charge on the police officer from the week before. And I could just hear my sister say, "That's my brother, you get out the way." And she came up to the car, she was like, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm doing all right. I just can't feel my leg." But I kept telling her, I said, "I need to get out this car. I need to get out this car." But the ambulance made it there before the police did. So I'm like, okay, got in the ambulance. I helped them get on the stretcher, got into the ambulance, and I knew I had weed in my pocket. I said, man, the police gonna see me at the hospital, so I need to get the weed out. So I dropped it in the ambulance and I passed out. And the next thing I remember, I woke up, I remember seeing my cousin and the girl I was supposed to be with the rest of the night. And I was just hollering. I was just hollering that night. I wasn't embarrassed then, because that was hurting. I was in straight up pain that night. And I was laying on the morgue table. I noticed that I was laying on the morgue table, but I was just hollering. I was just telling her I was sorry. I couldn't see her that night. That's what I remember saying to her. And I passed back out. They gave me a shot, I passed back out. And the next time I remember, I woke up again, but this time I was like, the only thing I could see was my foot. And the only person, nobody, I couldn't like really move, but my eyes were open enough I could see the top of my foot. But every time I was thinking, whatever I was thinking at the time, it was somebody sitting beside me on my right, telling me, "Monte, you gonna be all right. Monte, you gonna be all right." And I was like, I knew I was in an accident. I know I ain't gonna be able to walk, but someone just kept telling me, "Monte, you gonna be all right, you gonna be all right." That happened a few times. And I woke up and asked my mom the next day. She was like, "No, I wasn't in the recovery room with you. haven't seen you until right now, since yesterday." If God sent an angel to be with me. And I was in the midst of my sin at the time. I knew I didn't have Christ in my life. I wasn't even thinking about having Christ in my life, but he spared my life. I had a head-on collision, and I lived, and I'm living now to talk about it. And I think everybody that's at EFVM right now, when they see me, they probably don't understand what I've been through, but when I'm here, I just feel the love that y'all have for me. And I just want y'all to continue to just pray for me. Keep me in your prayers, because sometimes I get depressed, but I'm here. But God spared my life. God spared my life.